What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Triangl. This is boy D. I'm a hot ass mess right now, but hey,
It's your girl CJ. I'm laughing because his fucking light almost attacked him, took him out. His fucking
softbox
Oh
on the
my
face.
god. And I'm going to put in my 2 weeks. It's Brandy. I'm done with this shit show.
You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm
Go
done.
ass out.
Not
ass
shut my ass. I think
even.
like high key, Demetrius really likes to talk to me crazy, like borderline abusive. I think he really does enjoy it. And
Especially when I'm looking like a runaway slave.
You said it, not I.
Basically, I'm like, how is Toby telling me what to do?
Not Toby. I'm done. Absolutely.
Your name is Toby.
Not your name.
Your neighbor, shut your ass up.
He's crazy.
Oh my god.
I can't work in these conditions.
I can't work in these
unfavorable working conditions.
Oh my god, that's like everybody right now.
Hostile work environment. HR looking ass.
HR face ass.
I don't give a fuck.
You think I give a fuck? I don't.
The fuck I said.
Why are we so hostile this
I
evening?
don't know. Is it the moon?
It might be. Did you guys make your moon water? I did.
I ain't. But I was trying to figure out why that.
Oh, I'm not supposed to drink it.
No, you're supposed to drink it. What you say, D?
What you supposed to do with moon water? You drink?
You drink it. You can cleanse your crystals with it. You can cleanse your space with it.
Splash it on your lover in the heat of passion.
Yesterday was a blue moon, so I put blueberries in mine. The ones I'm gonna.
Well,
drink.
my shit was red because we got California wildfires straight in our fucking.
Oh, I thought he was talking about his water. I was like, you made red water.
I know. I was like, what
you like crystals on the blue moon? Looking at that shit was red in the motherfucker. Fuck. Beyonce know what the fuck you talking about.
I'm done.
Not him going off like that. Oh my god.
I am so fucking sleepy. I'm sorry.
Look at it. D
this is gonna be great.
We'll see. And you know, D is real hostile when he's sleepy or intoxicated. So we'll see how it goes.
God, the fact that I had him both in the hotel, baby, not him going off, not him going hot. That's how he was. That was the post he did when that nigga went to sleep. I was like, what is happening right now?
God. Okay.
And then what best part was when I thought he was like really knocked out.
Yeah.
And you know, if you ever get to meet Demetrius in real life, like that's a big nigga. He tall. That's a big nigga. That's a big bitch. So he gonna wake up and was like, "Why the fuck you be acting like that?" And I said, "Excuse me." Goes right back to sleep. Goes right back to sleep.
Yeah. He talks in his sleep.
Knocks right back out and then rolls on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because he fell on the floor, and I was like, "Hey, sweetie, you need to get up. I don't want you to fall asleep on the floor. You know, can you get up in the bed for me, please?" And
that's when you took the picture you halfway on the bed.
I did.
Like, how the fuck did that happen?
And you know what? I wasn't going to at first, but he went off on me again because not only was he like, "You're always telling me what to do," and then he goes back to sleep. He wakes back up and he was like, "Why am I always falling kind of half off the bed?" and then goes back to sleep. And then goes back to sleep. And I said, fuck that. I'm taking a picture because that's going to be the last time you cuss me out.
Right. That's about
And I was trying to help him not sleep on a nasty ass hotel floor. Then stay on the floor then, nigga.
I was talking shit.
You went off on me. I didn't like. God. I was done drinking. He was mad. He was like, "You just need to like drink. So what do you mean you're not drinking anymore?" And I was like,
"That sounds exactly like him."
How he sound. And I was like, "Well, you know, we got a really early flight, and we're trying to share Uber and be there on time." And
he didn't give a shit, did he?
He didn't give a shit. He cussed me out. He talked shit about me on the way to the airport because I wanted to make sure me and him got there on time. He dogged my ass the whole time.
Yep.
Oh my God, you dogged me the whole ride and was going in and out of consciousness in the fucking Uber.
I feel like, that consciousness shit is real. His ass be like mother queen of the drag queens when he's like,
oh drunk. My God, mother queen, queen mother.
I mean, just
Call me mother.
Yes, just reading people for no fucking reason.
He was very bitchy. He meant every word he said.
Every word.
I was devastated. I was like, I was not ready for this full on assault.
That's how he is. That's how he is.
Oh my god.
Anywho, this episode is not about how much of a queen bee is. It's actually about a cryptid today called the Rake. I gotta make sure I enunciate really well. They're fucking
good life, good life, good life, good life, good life, good life, good life.
I can't do nothing. I can't get
walls beside me. There wasn't no walls. These lines be straight to the motherfucker.
Not just going off.
What the fuck?
And voguing. I can't.
Hey.
This is what I have to deal with, y'all. This is what I have to deal with.
Not him doing all that and then say he's tired of us.
You motherfuckers watching. This is lack of sleep. What it does to your brain.
Oh my god. Brandy, can you put your camera up a little? Is there
mine?
No, Brandy. Just like, move the you can just because your head be cut off all the time. You just move you using the camera that I gave.
I got it.
Promote her OnlyFans.
You know that
before they close. No, the only reason I don't use that one is that one's really good and it show your whole shit. And if my place ain't clean, I don't need that whole
she said I don't
panoramic.
Want that whole...
Yeah, you sent us a good camera.
I know. That was the
point.
Like,
not that was the point, bitch. First of all, I already dealt with Demetrius. I'm not dealing with you.
First of all,
is that better?
What the fuck you guys were fucking
yes,
talking
that's much
about.
better. It's close.
No, not his impression of me.
What you guys were talking about, my camera is centered. What I need you hoes to do is shut the fuck up and look at Brandy.
I'm done.
It's not
Brandy.
me.
It's like this. I'm Brandy.
I'm nothing but
the pillow in his shirt. If y'all not watching this,
not my boobs over there. Not me being just boobs and eyes.
Not Demetrius trying to put a cleavage in his fucking cushion boobs.
So what I need you bitches to do is act like you got some goddamn sense.
I'm done.
Oh my!
Because who hasn't had enough sleep today?
You,
Brandy Blocker.
Why you put my fucking government out there? What the fuck?
Demetrius Kinney and Brandy Blocker says we putting government shit for both of us. Shit.
I'm done. Oh my
God. Only.
Stop him.
I can't stop. The only thing I can do at this point is either mute him or block him.
Shit.
Anyway, as I was saying.
Oh my god, yo.
The topic of today's episode is the Rake. That's Rake, just in case it sounded like something else. It is a cryptid. Brandy, don't eat your microphone. I saw that. If you're wondering what it is a I guess it's like a folklore and urban legend type of cryptid.
Yeah, Demetrius' sex life. His sex life's an urban legend.
Oh no.
What?
Oh my god. Please help. If you're listening to this, please send CJ help.
CJ right now. I feel so bad.
No, he doesn't.
I'm too sober for these guys.
Oh God.
Most of the time. Y'all. Anyway,
I'm sorry,
where was I? Yes, the Rake. The Rake is a cryptid. They have like recently resurfaced on creepypasta in the last few years, and thanks to TikTok and CreepyTalk.
Wasn't there a movie?
Yes, there was a movie from 2018 called The Rake as well.
I watched that shit.
It's people say that it first originated in the 1600s. There's a couple of other books that say it could have been as early as the 12th century. So there's a little bit of a mixture of like where it originated, but it's basically a quadruped humanoid that runs really fast on 4 legs. I say legs, but they use their hands, arms situation like legs. Yeah, that's one of them. That's a good picture of one of them. And then there's also there's another version where It's like a grayish,
Keyboard.
palish skin.
I saw that one and was like, nope.
Yeah, let me see.
No, we don't want to see that shit. Let me know when you put it. Let me know when you put it up. I don't like that shit.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so
Nope.
good. It's so it's so good. It's also said to have like hollowed out eyes that glow sometimes if you shine lights on it and shit.
No, sir.
He said no, sir. It originally started to appear online through creepypasta, is what I was saying, and it was tied kind of like to the Slender Man thing because he got spotted a lot in like foresty areas or just abandoned homes and things like that. But if you I don't know. Apparently, he has a really small mouth when you look at him, like real tiny. But then, if he gets ready to eat you or destroy you, it becomes like, you know how serpents are. Basically, they unhinge their jaws, and it's like
Superman. Just open her whole jaw.
Yeah, like Venom, like a Venom situation.
Like D after a couple of shots.
I'm so done with you. Not D after a couple of shots, like
D on Christmas morning.
Oh,
Christmas, really Christmas?
Listen.
Not Christmas morning.
Good Friday.
Good Friday, Jesus Christ, that's worse.
Oh my god.
Ash Wednesday.
Like let me see if I can pull up.
That's blaspheming. No, Good Friday.
First of all, I can't. I hate typing in things on TikTok, like
isn't that the worst?
Because it'll start like sending me a whole bunch of shit, you know what I'm saying? That I don't want to watch. Like, and it gets really creepy after a while. Oh, here's a good one. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this around so y'all can see. I probably shouldn't have just turned that off. I don't know what I'm doing today. Everybody's off today. That's what that fucking shit is.
It's the moon. You said it was what you said, blue moon?
Yeah.
Can't stop the moon. I know.
And there was also Obon in Okinawa. So
you can't fight it.
Yep. So there's that.
Not
Iyasasa, dude. Like, there's a lot.
Some food outside my house.
Let's see if you can see. Can you guys see my screen?
What's going on?
This guy in a car.
I'm not about to.
Oh, I see it now.
Absolutely not.
I see it now. Okay. I see it now. Oh, what the fuck is that? No. Oh shit! Wait.
Did you see it? There's a few different videos.
I'm seeing some fucked up shit in the background.
There's
what I am seeing.
A few different videos. Let me see. There's like a lot. This is another good one where they catch it in the forest. You see that? He like pops in and out between trees, and it's like that grayish, palish color skin.
Bitch, I value my sleep. Get that out of here.
People have made him into like that sleep demon meme at the edge of your bed and shit too.
Absolutely not.
No time.
I will say that to me is the creepiest thing out of all the stuff. That witch riding bullshit, I cannot.
What do you mean?
I do not like that. Like if I had to think about anything that I've ever heard that like could creep you out, that's probably the one that gets me the most.
Really?
Out of absolutely.
Really?
Just because I like, people it's been done to or it's been done to you, and it's it's creepy. Other shit you may hear about, it's like, it sounds creepy, but I've never encountered it. Or guess what? A bitch ain't about to be in the woods. I'm good. But them niggas can be in your house already.
Oh yeah. So here's the story, right? Okay. So like we just talked about how his eyes are hollow, it's glowing. If you shine light on it, he has a small mouth that turns into this big ass unhinged jaw. He also has large claws, right? He apparently, if you see him, there's a good chance that you're gonna get out of there alive from the forest. But here lies the problem, is what Brandy was talking about right now, is that for a few days you might be fine, but all of a sudden you might spot him like peering into your window.
See, that's that shit. No.
He said that's that shit. Eggs blackly. Like, absolutely
chase me in the woods and let me get it over with.
Right. So so they basically figure out where you're at or whatever, peer into your windows. They also like kind of like stay in your yard area and around your home. And then they eventually end up in your house at the foot of your bed, just standing over you and shit like that. Here's the creepiest part to me. Some of them, apparently, allegedly, if they are real, they will eventually kill you. They'll claw out your guts, right? And they just leave you for dead. I know, Dee's like reacting.
He's like, wait a minute. They don't
I
just
know,
want to
nigga.
scare
I know you
you.
just woke up
Escalated
and this is a
quickly.
lot, but
He's like, I thought they were just stalkers.
no,
No,
they are. But
she said claw out your guts.
yes, claw out your
She
guts.
meant
But
that shit.
the worst part for me is
Right.
that if they don't stop. No. First of all, I need you to not make movements and then coerce the other twin to fucking do the same thing.
We're clawing
I
out
like-
each other's
We're
guts.
clawing.
He
I
said-
like that all he had to
he
do
was
was say,
like, no,
Brandy.
Brandy, do it with me.
And I'm like, yes. That's us as demons. We're just like, we're getting you.
I can't. I'm so
Not even
tired.
scary, dude.
No.
We're like
We're
skinned
annoying.
for Halloween.
The
I'm gonna be
worst part
light-skinned
for me.
Halloween, Brandon.
Oh my
Let's go.
God. Did you say you're gonna be light skinned for Halloween?
Being light skinned for Halloween, that's the true terrifying horror. That's really scary. Being light skinned for
Oh
Halloween.
my God.
Trick or treat.
He's moving like a light skin.
And what are you, little boy? I'm light skinned. Get him out of here.
Not covering your face in a way. Just that should be a
is
fucking skit.
truly
I'm just saying.
hilarious. No, seriously, that is a TikTok waiting to happen.
Oh my God. Do you think I can like coerce my brother into being the
I
light
would,
skin
you
at
know,
the
it would
door?
be so great to have like the
The
scary
actual
music.
light skin,
Yeah, and to have the scary music and shit playing, and then it's just like, who's out there? And it's like Dan doing all this bullshit like that. It's like, oh my God. But it has to be like Scream. Oh my God, that's the skit. Someone has to get the call, and it's like, hello, and it's like, what are you doing? What's up? Like all that bullshit.
It's like
Oh
Dan
my
lighting
God.
the candle. Like,
Yeah, doing the most light skinned shit ever.
He do be lighting candles though. Like I'm just letting you know.
If Dan's hair was longer, he'd be like laying his edges, like
Oh my God.
super light skin.
If it was super long, he'd be like Cat when he got his hair and it wasn't stiff. And he was like
Stiff
going
wear.
down.
Stiff wear.
First of all, we are way off track, okay?
we are not on topic at all.
No,
I'm
let me go
sorry,
back.
y'all.
We were just talking about what
Scary
the
light
rake
skin.
does when it's in your vicinity. So we talked about how it claws out its guts.
It attracts more light skin.
Shut up. I can't stand you. Just can't go nowhere with y'all. Mute your asses. Fuck. Just...
Oh God.
No, not light skin. I mean, the rake is light skin. He's
I
pale.
was going to say, did you just say that nigga was light skinned? Did you just say he was light skinned? Your Honor, I rest my case.
I'm so done.
Thank you.
He's pale and gray. Okay. Anyway, so other than the fact that he might kill you, the part that messes with me the most is the theory that he will mentally make you go insane and mad by just fucking with you this whole time. So he doesn't kill you, he'll just show up at the edge of your bed. Well, he'll just
What
be
does
now
he say
that
things,
I
or
can
does he-
see.
I from what I understand, he has a weird
Is
scream
it
that
a
he does.
growl?
Yeah, and growl and screams. I
Does he like ask you about your extended car warranty?
that comment all over social media right now. Just everybody leaving it. I can't stand it. I'm just like, why? Why
you
are
can
we
say
doing?
15% or more.
Man,
But
like
why?
you followed me for 2 weeks for that shit.
I don't. Not for 2 weeks for that
That's
shit.
an ad
truly
revenue.
scary.
It's worth it.
I mean,
Not ad revenue.
not ad revenue. There was this guy who recorded this man that was walking weird, and I thought I saved the fucking video. Did I not? TikTok
You know
got me
what's
fucked
weird
up.
though? So
What?
when I was in Okinawa, there was one time
Mm-hmm,
where my mom, I wasn't home,
mm-hmm,
and my mom slept in my room due to disgruntled parent reasons,
mm-hmm.
and she ran out of my room, like ran.
Was this the
And
one
this is
that's
when I
the
lived in
house?
Sybil Manor.
Oh, not the other house.
No, not the house with the lady in white, but this is the other house. But I mean, every house I lived in Okinawa was fucked up.
Basically.
But yeah, she ran out of the room because she said that she was laying in bed, and when she opened her eyes, someone leaned down in her face and like looked at her really close. So she like freaked out, jumped up, and ran out. So later on, I'd say about a month later, I was in bed and I heard a very guttural, it wasn't a scream, it was more like a growl. And it started very low, like it got louder and louder and louder. And I was like, what the fuck? I jumped up and ran, and that's how I became an alcoholic.
Randy just left the building.
No, seriously. I became an alcoholic because I jumped in my car because I was driving at this time and I had a fake ID. And I drove off base and I bought like 5 chew highs and I downed them. Yeah. Just so I can go to sleep.
Oh, absolutely not.
It was that bad.
I'm really over it. I don't want to hear no more stories. Oh my God.
What do you mean you don't want to hear?
Speaking of Brandy's ghost story, she was like,
God.
not cool. Not cool. Because I think I started to tell you this ghost story in the car and you freaked the fuck out, Brandy, and you're like, not cool. Not cool.
I can see that. She does that now.
Like,
so
yeah,
I
I still do that. So what are you talking about? I think that same night, like not that same night, but around that time, like you and some other people are like, let's look at a graveyard. And I'm like, why are we bothering dead people? I'm like, I do not, and I was the only one trying not to step on an actual like grave or touch something.
You just like hopping around.
And they're just, oh girl, a bitch was hopping. I had hops. And they're like, oh, you can just walk normal. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck these people feel and what's going on. Like, I was taking that shit seriously because one of my biggest fears to go someplace I probably shouldn't be at, no way, right? And then you can take some shit home with you. Because this stuff can happen.
In your very household.
Like, you take it back with you. Shit. I'm like, I'm not trying to have nobody catch a ride with me. Absolutely not. Gonna end up like that shit on Shudder.
Oh, I haven't even watched
that yet. On the back.
You've never watched it? Oh my God.
No, the original one is better.
The original stuff is always better.
Like, it's, I mean,
he deserved that shit, but it was crazy, especially when they did kind of like the flashbacks and you basically saw like what was going on every time he moved his neck or whatever. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Like the people who experience like the Rake too is like they go off the deep end because it's so weird. Like if you like listen, if you're on TikTok and you type in the Rake, there will be so many videos that come up. Like
so is it spelled the Rake like an actual rake?
Yes, or like RAKE.
Okay, so that's how it's spelled. Okay,
that's our break music.
Yeah, that was quick because y'all kept going off into.
Hey, whoa, ma'am. Sorry. I need you to quit being so hostile. No, I know you colored people like to get a little excited.
No, it's the light
down,
skin.
Ma'am.
You know what?
Oh my God, it's the light skin.
Call
She's
the police.
I'll
wait.
Not call the police. She crazy for real. Hell no. Wait till I leave. Don't call the police.
Not right now.
We'll come back and talk about eyewitnesses. Oh my God.
She said,
and we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn it.
We're back.
We're back. Okay, so before we left, we were talking about eyewitnesses. So I got a few stories that I found online. They're actually like journal entries from back in the day. So this one
back in the day, like 96, or
some are pretty recent. So this first one is a suicide note from 1964. Pretty recent. Okay. So he said, as I prepare to take my life, I feel it necessary to assuage any guilt or pain I have introduced through this act. It is not the fault of anyone other than him. He's referring to the Rake. For once I awoke and felt his presence, and once I awoke and saw his form, once again I awoke and heard his voice, and looked into his eyes. I cannot sleep without fear of what I might next awake to experience. I cannot ever wake. Goodbye. I got goosebumps. And he said they found this in the same wooden box where 2 empty envelopes addressed to William and Rose and 1 loose personal letter with no envelope or something. It says, "Dearest Linny, I have prayed for you. He spoke your name."
Not Lenny's next. Oh my God. Could you imagine being at the funeral and someone's like, you have a letter?
1964. That's not that long ago. Um, and so I know people are like, he makes sounds, it makes sounds, or it makes noises or whatever. I didn't think it could speak. So that kind of made me think that, are they connected to skinwalkers too?
Maybe it's that, what
Maybe
is it called?
perhaps
The
they're one and the same.
telekinesis? Maybe it's one of
Maybe.
those things. Because you know how you can hear, but
Yeah.
like the thing's mouth isn't moving, but you know you're communicating.
Oh.
That's the worst to me. I need your motherfucking mouth to move. I don't like hearing you and you're just staring at me. It's kind of like the demon that was like on Castlevania. I don't know if anybody's ever watched it, but anybody listen, if you watch Castlevania,
that demon, no, that has to come from somewhere.
It came from somewhere, because it's not the first time I've seen it.
It's not the first time that we've all talked about it, just as a civilization.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just as people, like, this shit is real. It exists.
It's this one was from 1880. It's a journal entry that was translated from Spanish. And he said, I have experienced the greatest terror. I have experienced the greatest terror. I have experienced the greatest terror. He wrote it 3 times. And then he said, I see his eyes when I close mine. They are hollow, black. They saw me and pierced me. His wet hand. That means it touched him.
Ooh,
right? I will not sleep. His voice, and it says an unintelligible text, so they couldn't even see it. That's from 1880, from a dude who supposedly saw this thing. And it's like all these other cryptids as well. People are like, oh, it's just an urban legend, blah, blah, blah. There's got to be some kind of truth to it, to find journal entries from hundreds of years ago with similar descriptions of things.
And what I will give people, but I'm not going to give it to them across the board. Right. I will give you maybe every urban legend or what have you. Maybe it was because the moldy bread was getting people high. Or, you know, whatever. I'll give y'all that every once in a while. But it can't be everything all the time. Somebody was hallucinating because of the wine, because of the bread, because of the potatoes, because of whatever. Ain't no fucking way.
It's just like this gets into a whole nother thing, because I do think that everybody has a consciousness and we're one at some point, because we're all made out of the same energy blast. But anyway, beyond that, people talking about dreaming about like the same faced guy, you know, in their dreams, or that guy. If you don't know, just look up the guy from everybody's dreams and it will pop up, and it might freak you out because a lot of people will Google him and be like, I've seen him.
Fucking creepy, yeah.
It's really weird. Or, you know, just that, like, the what is it? One of the articles I found, they said, you know, when they said it was in the 12th century that they may have originated in, they said it spanned across 4 continents, not countries, continents. That means it's been around for a minute. Like, and then it kind of goes back to, because some of the descriptions almost look like some of the vampires that are pale, like skinned, no hair, like really sparse hair is another trait that it has.
Which would also make sense with the whole in your head, because any type of hypnosis, glamoring, or whatever is commonly associated with these immortal creatures, which would also make sense for that time span too.
See, and that's like, ugh.
Let me find out it's vampires the whole time.
Like, and then like this guy, this is a mariner, and his log. Oh shit, this is from 1691. He came to me in my sleep. From the foot of my bed, I felt a sensation.
Wait a minute, pause. This sounds like it's getting something started. Like,
no.
What? He was at the foot of my bed and felt a sensation.
Not the. I'm sure he meant like creepiness, madam.
Hello, yeah.
I'm
out
done.
at sea with the fellas.
It said he took everything. We must return to England. We shall not return here again at the request of the Rake. That's my type of guy.
Take everything.
No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Oh my god.
It never returned.
Never.
I just feel like
that is kind of creepy though.
And you know, people might listen to this if you play what is that game? Is it Roblox? I think Roblox has a character like the Rake in it.
Get
There's
the
a
fuck out of
few,
here.
yeah, there's a few
Why?
I don't know. There's a few other video games that have the Rake in it as well.
I'm
It's
good.
because it's a cryptid, like, it's like
There is
vampires.
you. It does remind me of this thing because there's this video game called Siren Head,
Hmm.
and it does like the body of the creature in it being in the woods and stuff is very similar to
See?
what you were describing. But what Siren Head does, it scrambles like wavelengths and stuff. So what you think you hear
Hmm.
isn't really like what you're hearing. Kind of like what was happening in the woods at the end of Blair Witch, where they thought they were hearing a friend, they didn't know which way to go, kind of like confusing you in that way. It kind of reminds me of that shit.
See, and I can't, like, well, okay. This guy, oh, this is very recent. Y'all ready for this one? It's a little long,
Let's go.
but this is from 2006. So, like 15 years ago. So, this lady said 3 years ago, I had just returned from a trip to Niagara Falls with my family for the 4th of July. We were all very exhausted after a long day of driving, so my husband and I put the kids right to bed and called it a night. At about 4 a.m., I woke up thinking my husband gotten up to use the restroom. Oh, I hate it when people are like, I thought it was my husband. Getting up to use the bathroom. I used the moment to steal back the sheets, only to wake him in the process. So that means he was laying there still. I apologized and told him I thought he got out of bed. When he turned to face me, he gasped and pulled his feet up from the end of the bed so quickly his knee almost knocked me out of my bed. He then grabbed me and said nothing. After adjusting to the dark for half a second, I was able to see what caused the strange reaction. At the foot of the bed, sitting and facing away from us. Oh God, it was sitting on the bed. Oh, there was what appeared to be a naked man or a large hairless dog of some sort. Its body position was disturbing and unnatural, as if it had been hit by a car or something. For some reason, I was not instantly frightened by it, but more concerned as to its condition. Must have been a white couple. God damn. Um, at the point, I was somewhat under the assumption that we were supposed to help him. My husband was peering over his arm and knee, tucked into fetal position, occasionally glancing at me before returning to the creature. In a flurry of motion, the creature scrambled around the side of the bed and then crawled quickly in a flailing sort of motion right along the bed until it was less than a foot from my husband's face. Oh my God, can you imagine? It like scurrying into like your fucking vicinity. I couldn't do it. The creature was completely silenced for about 30 seconds, or probably closer to 5. It just seemed like a while. Just looked at my husband. The creature then placed his hand on his knee and ran into the hallway leading to the kids' room. I screamed and ran for the light switch, planning to stop him before he hurt my children. When I got to the hallway, the light from the bedroom was enough to see it crouching and hunched over about 20 feet away. He turned around and looked directly at me, covered in blood. I flipped the switch on the wall and saw my daughter, Clara. Oh, fuck. You ready? The creature ran down the stairs while my husband and I rushed to help our daughter. She was very badly injured and spoke only once more in her short life. She said, "He is the rake." The daughter said that. My husband drove his car to the lake that night while rushing our daughter to the hospital. They did not survive. Being in a small town, news got around pretty quickly. The police were helpful at
They like the
first.
husband and
I guess so.
how the husband died. What the fuck did I miss?
He drove his car into a lake.
Oh, when they were trying to get okay.
While rushing to
Damn.
rushing to the hospital. So he lost control of his vehicle, basically. I would think that maybe the rake showed up and he swerved or something. Probably. And then she said, being in a small town, news got around pretty quickly. The police were helpful at first, and the local newspaper took a lot of interest as well. However, the story was never published, and the local television news never followed up either. For several months, my son Justin and I stayed in a hotel near my parents' house. After we decided to return home, I began looking for answers myself. I eventually located a man in the next town over who had a similar story. We got into contact and began talking about our experiences. He knew of 2 other people in New York who had seen the creature we now refer to as the rake. It took the four of us about 2 solid years of hunting on the internet and writing letters to come up with a small collection of what we believe to be accounts of the rake. None of them gave any details, history, or follow up. One journal had an entry involving the creature in its first 3 pages and never mentioned it again. A ship's log explained nothing of the encounter, saying only that they were told to leave by the rake. That was the last entry in the log. There were, however, many instances where the creature's visit was one of a series of visits with the same person. See, that's shit I can't do. Where
Like
it's like keeps
what
coming
does
back
it
and
want,
shit.
bro?
I don't know. And then said multiple people also mentioned being spoken to, my daughter included. So that guy that we just talked about where he said Lenny's name, I'm giving myself goosebumps and I don't like this. This led us to wonder if the rake had visited any of us before our last encounter. I set up a digital recorder, oh God, near
Get
my
the fuck
bed
out of here.
and
Nope.
left it running all night, every
Nope.
night for 2 weeks. I would tediously scan through the sounds of me rolling around in bed each day when I woke up. By the end of the second week, I was quite used to the occasional sound of sleep while blurring through the recording at 8 times the normal speed. They still took almost an hour every day. I guess she was going through it all the time. On the first day of the third week, I thought I heard something different. What I found was a shrill voice. It was the rake. Oh my God. I can't listen to it long enough to even begin to transcribe it. I
You gonna
haven't
play
let
it?
any. Huh?
You gonna play it?
No, 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 no. She
No,
she
nigga.
she couldn't play it. So she said I haven't let anyone listen to it yet. All I know is that I've heard it before and I now believe that it spoke when it was sitting in front of my husband. I don't remember hearing anything at the time, but for some reason, the voice on the recorder immediately brings me back to that moment. The thoughts that must have gone through my daughter's head make me very upset. I have not seen the rake since he ruined my life, but I know that he has been in my room while I slept. I know that. And the fear that one night I'll wake up to see him staring at me.
Well,
Um,
no.
I know that was long, but it was necessary because
I'm
that was the
Gucci.
best story that I found,
I'm
basically.
Gucci.
And when did you say that happened again?
This was 2006. Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
Who
It's
reached
not.
to me?
And so here's the thing. So again, I'm referring back to TikTok, but if you go on TikTok right now and type in the rake, THE, the rake, RAKE, you can pull up some stuff. Clearly, some of it is fake. You can see it's CGI. You can see it's a scene from a movie. You can see it's like, fake shit. But there are a few on there that I personally feel like it doesn't feel like it's a fake thing. It looks and feels real. There are like, conversations of children in the background or something like that. And I don't think people would go out of their way to fake a video that hard
I
with their
mean, some
kids in
people
it.
would, but
Yeah, I get it. There's like crazy ass people right
like
now.
we just said earlier, we don't believe every little thing is
No,
fake.
I sure don't. I really don't. But for the reason I wanted to share those three was because the first story from, the guy back in the day, and then the third story from 9 to 15 years ago connects because I didn't realize it talked. Like I
I'm
just thought
still
it had
bugging at like her hearing
whatever
the
it said.
noise and it taking her back in that moment because I've smelled smells and been
Oh yeah.
taken back to certain memories. So it makes sense if she didn't remember that because when you're traumatized,
Right. She might have blocked
memory,
it out.
yeah, God, shit I've blocked
And
out.
what if
So when you
like
come back around and hear it
I
again,
know she said she was speeding up the tape to like not hear everything, but your subconscious might have heard what it heard. And that might be the reason why it keeps taking her back to that moment. You know what I mean? Like because sometimes you can hear, smell, see shit that you don't think you're hearing, smelling, seeing. Like
girl,
I know, I know.
Creepy.
I know. And
ugh.
shout out to Farid. Hopefully you weren't driving through some nowhere land like last time.
Oh my God.
He's gonna have to get a portable potty so he can stop.
And we got a couple people that listen to us and they're all like truck drivers and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, sorry for y'all.
Sorry guys. We didn't mean to.
Shall we?
Oh no. Do you guys think people, I don't know. How do you guys think you would deal with it if you came across that shit though?
What do you mean? How do I think I would deal with it? The fuck? What kind of question is that?
Like, you haven't had anything crazy happening when you're sleeping?
First of all, fuck that shit.
No, what do you
I
mean?
I'm not saying, more so when I was younger.
Okay.
I had like a lot of stuff happening all the time, in Okinawa especially, and then with my ex-husband, because he was attracting a lot of demonic energy,
shit. Yep.
Stuff that was following him since his childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So by default, I'm dealing with that because I'm linked up with you. But after all that crazy shit in Omaha, and then some wild stuff that happened in like Florida, it's been years since I've had that. I mean, I told CJ though, I was telling my son about different stuff that I would see or encounter and how I would deal with it, because he saw something maybe like a year or two ago. It had to be like 2 years ago, maybe 3. And he said he didn't feel scared, and then he had like a weird dream or whatever. I said, well, your grandma, your auntie, me, I'm like, this is something that happens in the family. I'm like, it's gonna sound like some weird supernatural Winchester shit, but I'm like, this is something that happens.
It does. It manifests.
I'm like, this is how we protect ourselves. So I'm going to teach you spiritually how to protect yourself, because when you are powerful in that spiritual world, you're going to see things you don't want to see, hear things in a different way. Just shit happens. It's not like you're asking for it. Just stuff happens. Like, you know, your discernment is even different spiritually, and it doesn't mean like you make the best decisions, not that type of discernment, but it's one of those things where I know spiritually when something's off with somebody.
Yes.
Like when something's going to go down, you just fucking know when it's
like
time
you
to
can
leave,
tell the difference between
shit.
Somebody who has a legit mental illness and somebody who has been overtaken by a different entity. Those are two
or they'll talk to you in a different way because they see the what is like churches refer to it as a lot of time, like spirit man or spirit one, whatever you want to call it. They see the higher power in you. So you ever have somebody talk to you really crazy, and you don't even, or they're staring at you, and you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm like? I've had that more than once.
You ever had somebody look at you, and you look at them, and you know that they're fucked up, and they give you that smirk?
Didn't you tell me that story, D? I think you did. I remember you telling
a certain individual.
Yeah, that did that to you.
Yeah.
It
was the creepiest shit that to date. The creepiest shit, because he knew that I knew that he was fucked up, and he enjoyed.
No,
the fact
what
that
happened
I knew
is it knew whatever it was in the end. Knew.
Look, I'm giving myself chills.
Me too.
That shit is real. That shit is real. Like anytime, because I know I've shared it like more than once on the Triangl, but it was the one time where I was like, look, I will box the fuck out of a demon. And typically you're not really hitting demons, you're fighting in a spiritual way. But when we had to do that deliverance on that dude, and he was already going crazy in his house, I had to let it be known as soon as he got in the fucking car, because we didn't want him to kill himself. That was, you know, the whole thing. And I know I just said earlier, what does this thing want? There are demons and creatures that just want that havoc and mayhem. That is how they thrive. That is how they grow stronger. And it's like, I want you to harm yourself or your family or whatever. And I know that's the space he was in, but I'm like, it is not going down. And maybe the way he looked at me in that car, I said, I will kill us both. I will swerve this car. I will kill us
I know
both.
You was mad. Like,
I was really mad.
Taking this nigga up to the church.
You know I was mad. Oh God, I was mad. But like we shared in stories, but once you see that oil and shit sizzling on somebody's body, that's real shit.
That's
for
some
that
shit,
ass.
ain't it?
That's
when you see somebody pass out because they got sea salt liquids thrown into their throat and he passes out.
The fact that the way he was coughing, the way I that is something that
people don't understand. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard for me to like explain it to people who are not in the spiritual realm.
Like,
that's what I always. So I used to try to convince people of it, but I quit doing that because I realized that if you don't experience all the spiritual stuff or paranormal stuff yourself, there is no way of convincing anybody.
And then
there's no way
to honestly be fair to their psyche, some people can experience and see things, but it's just too much to deal with
and
that
they
reality.
put it away. Yeah, I know.
Where they're just like, that has to be something else. There's
I
no
know.
way I really saw what I saw or experienced this, because there's too much.
It is.
You're gonna go crazy on a daily thinking about either when it's gonna happen again.
There's just so many things.
There's just so many things. Shout out to
bringing
Leslie.
back so many things.
That was the best reference. There's just so many things. Natalie
Not
and
bringing that back.
She knew that line just hit fucking.
It did. It applies to everything in life.
Just so many things. All of the things, as CJ says.
Oh my gosh.
All of the things. All of the things.
Disclaimer.
All of the things. All of the things.
Nope. But anyway.
Things in here, baby.
Oh my God, I can't. Let my child found me. I need to give her a quick hug, apparently. Okay. All right. No, not the Libra to Libra. Get away from me. Yeah, that's all she wanted. Look, she didn't even want me. She just wanted to do that with Brandy. I hate her. I can't.
I love her so much.
Go. No, I gotta finish. Anyway.
Taurus to Taurus. Oh, lame ass.
Heather, go. Come get your child. Anyway, you guys. We're about to end this so we can move on to the next thing, because it's been forever. The stories is gonna creep me out now because I've read too many.
I don't like that. I heard that shit.
I sent D, do you have a TikTok? Like your personal?
Were you the one blowing up my DMs?
That was me.
Girl.
I'm
not looking at that shit.
Come on. No, some of it's really good conspiracy theories. You should look at it. It's not like just creepy stuff. It's really not.
I do have a TikTok and I have not done anything with it.
You have not ticked or topped.
Not TikTok. I just use the Triangl one. By the way, if you're listening, we do have a TikTok now. Come look at it. Come say hi to us. Send us some cool shit that you find so we can talk about it. Tell us videos you want us to discuss. If you want us to do short shit too, we'll do that there as well. Anyway, it's the end of our episode. So if you've watched us, listened to us, and enjoyed us, please make sure you subscribe to your favorite podcast platform or watch us on YouTube by hitting that notification bell and subscribe button.
Hit the bell.
I'm done. Leave us comments if there are things that you guys want us to talk about, especially with spooky season coming up. It's Halloween seasons, bitches. It's Halloween seasons. What is happening? Why do you guys always go into this dance at the end of this episode? There's no music playing. I want to know what it is that you're listening to.
Oh my God, you doing the butterfly? Let me see that.
Oh my God, disclaimer, not our song. Disclaimer. Oh my God. Not the booty. Oh my God. Oh, D's going hard. He's awake now.
He's definitely like, that spine is bending, baby.
Just anyways.
It's gonna be D in the rake tonight, getting it.
Oh no. And on that note, stay woke, stay blessed, stay logical, and safe.
They're gonna be having a roll off. The rake gonna be like,
he's rolling off the couch. I can't
you
even.
Think you got it? You think you got it?
Oh my God. Again, stay black if you're black.
This is why those things don't bother us anymore. They're just like, y'all too fucking dumb.
I can't.
Y'all are wasting time.
Wasting my time. POCs and allies unite. We'll catch you guys next time.
Putting up with my sleepiness. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.